Hello, I'm back. It is so good to be home and here with you guys. Welcome. My name's Melody from Melody Crochet, and this is episode 48 of the Melody Crochet podcast, where I come to you from my home in Texas, where I have my son that I homeschool, my husband, my 2 dogs, and a whole lot of yarn obsession. But first, a little admin. I would like to welcome all of the new subscribers. Thank you so much for joining me. I love getting to know each and every one of you. If you're curious about any social media stuff, that is down below. If you have any questions, comments, or any general interaction, I would very much appreciate comments down below. Let me know what you're making. Let me know what you're doing. I love to hear from you guys. That's why I'm here. And then, if you're returning, happiest new year. Give you a massive hug from me, and thanks for coming back. So let's get into it. I have a lot, and having missed you guys as much as I did, I'm going to be returning with a bit of a lot. So while this will be long, the future ones will not be as long, honest. I just want to catch everybody up on what I've been doing and what I've been making and what I want to make next. It's kind of my Happy New Year episode. I'm surrounded. You can't see it. I went ahead and made it lower because I look like a hoarder. But it's a good hoarding. There is yarn absolutely everywhere, in hopes that I will remember what I want to talk about. We're going to go through what I've made. Then we're going to go through what I'm making. Then we're going to go through what I want to make in 2020. And I'm going to make it concise. Maybe. First up, what I have made recently. Where is my sock head hat? I shared this with you guys last podcast, and it was almost done. Isn't it beautiful? Oh, so gorgeous. This is Malabrigo sock. I worked on this for 5 months, and then I got a puppy. Can you believe that? Can you hear her in the background? Guilty. I've been told this is totally my fault, and I will totally take responsibility after the fact. But I claim crazy because I had no idea dogs did this. I have adopted a 6-year-old black lab. She never ate any yarn. And I had a Chiweenie, and he's never played with toys or yarn or anything like that. He just cuddles. So this is my first energetic dog. And you'll have to excuse me if you can hear her right now. She's crying herself to sleep in her crate. She does that for just for a few minutes before she goes to sleep on her own. She cries. It's so sad. But she ate my hat. She's not being punished for this. This was a while ago. Can you believe that? Fortunately, they're super duper stretchy, and if I clasp it closed, which I will, and then I'll sew it, it still fits. So I'm just gonna fix it, but I shared it. I wanted to share it with you guys in case you get any puppies. Beware. They eat yarn. Now, I do want to mention that was on size 3s. Sock head pattern is on Ravelry or the internet. Just search sock head hat, and it comes up super duper fast. And she is, it's a free pattern. I use size 3s. I think it suggests using size 2.5s. But I wanted my hat faster, and you can see it's pretty big. So I guess those size 3s might have even made it a little too big. I have another sock head that I made out of some BFL. Unlike sock yarn, which is a little bit of nylon with the wool and it comes out a little thinner, the BFL tends to bloom and be a bit puffier, and that hat's pretty big, I will say, but I love them. It's a great thing to do when you get some loud yarn, some sock weight yarn, and you're not sure what to do with it. I tend to do that at times and just not be sure what to do with it, because if I crocheted with yarn like that, in my opinion, it looks a little blotchy. I don't love it. And I love crochet. It takes a lot to make me look at something crocheted and say, not for me. This is a beanie I made. Super simple. Boop, boop. I have my pom-pom. He's a little floppy. These are the pom-poms that you get from Michael's. They're usually $2.99. And they're probably very similar to the ones that you get at Joann's, but I haven't picked up any of those. So these are the loops and threads pom-poms, and I love it very much. The hat is Charisma. It took more than one, that's my seaming right there. But it took more than one ball. It took about 1.5 balls and the seaming is light because I might have to undo it. It's going to be better seamed later, but this is just a super easy sew because it's for a tutorial, and I want to make sure that I like the way I have seamed it before I make it forever. It's big. It's, oh, I mean, look at, compared to my head. It's a big hat. It's so warm. Charisma is a bulky weight, 100% acrylic, and the reason I went and got it, in addition to wanting the hat in white, is because I was doing a tutorial for you guys in the velvet yarn. And you might notice, ooh, that kind of shows up. That's kind of nice. The stitch definition is not what you would hope it would be, 100%. It was really hard to show you guys the making of the hat in black velvet yarn. So I made this much. I'm like, it's blinding. I love the hat. I mean, it's going to be fabulous to have. I just need to seam it up and then crochet the top. But I am going to love having this hat. And then I'm going to be making one. I know, it's hat season. It's cold here in Texas. Friends, crocheting sisters. How are you with Homespun? I'm not good. I'm gonna be honest. It's a chore, but it's a labor of love. I love the way Homespun looks after the fact. But, ooh, it's a challenge during. I split it like crazy. Heaven forbid I have to pull any of the project out. I mean, look at the tail of it. That's just a giveaway. It gets there, but I'm gonna do it because I love this color. That is so pretty, that emerald green. This is called Forest, number 604 in Lion Brand's Homespun. But let me know down below, do you like working with Homespun? Some people are fabulous with it. It's a thing. I don't know. But if I'm perfectly honest, I have challenges with it. I know other people have too, and some people don't. I don't know. Do you have any tips or tricks? I do have a black pom-pom ready to go with the velvet hat. I don't have a pom-pom picked out for the green one though. Help me to find something kind of a cool tone brown. Just something fun. I should just take a piece of the yarn with me because there's so many pom-poms everywhere. All the craft stores right now. I haven't checked out, oh no, I did check out. Hobby Lobby had pom-poms too, but everybody has a ton of pom-poms. And this one's really cool. This is the loops and threads one. You've probably seen them. It looks like it's on a rubber band. And you just take the rubber band, thread the rubber band from the outside in, and then with your hook through another hole, pull out the rubber band, and then you just put the rubber band over the entire pom-pom. So it's completely removable for washing and things like that. Or if you just want to brush it or fluff it up. She's a fluffy boy. Oh my gosh. Focusing on a pom-pom probably isn't the easiest thing for a camera. Isn't that pretty? I'm in love, and I'm so glad I'm getting to share with you guys because now I get to wear it. This is my scarfie. And then you take the cuff off and the scarfie explodes. Like, this is completely unused. It's just the only thing that happened is the cuff came off. And I have to find it again because I want to make another scarf. One ball of scarfie made this entire 8-inch wide, 5-foot 9-inch long scarf, which is good for a full-grown man. I like to make my scarves, unless I'm purposely making them short or purposely making them long, like, you know, Doctor Who style. I like them to be as tall as the recipient. For a child, I might make them a little shorter to make sure that nothing gets caught up when they're playing. But as a rule, if they're over 3 or 4 years old, I'm gonna make a scarf as tall as that person. A lot of people have asked me, how long do you make a scarf? As long as the person, preferably. But 5'9" is pretty good for a man. And look at it, it just kept going, and that color variation. And I love the little bloops of the black fluff. When you hit those, you might say, ooh, bummer, but they look really pretty. Just try to maintain the same amount of tension and keep going. Pretend they don't exist, and they'll work right into your fabric and be beautiful without having it too tight or just be obviously an issue. It looks on purpose. And it is, I think. I think it's really pretty. Isn't it pretty? I just love the little black splotches, like a little warning that the yarn's about to change colors. And I used a K-hook. Took no time at all, considering how much yarn this is. But I'd say if you are on the fence about grabbing that next ball of scarfy yarn, go for it. They're usually about $6.99. And it's a scarf with like 20% wool in there. It is a warm puppy. This one's for a friend of mine that I play video games with, and then I'm going to be making another one because the husband was like, that's really pretty. And he said it like 5 times. I can take a hint. So we'll be making another one of those. And what else did I make? I do believe, here it is. I have gone the route of cast iron skillets, which I've always liked, but they're hot, right? So I made myself some cast iron skillet handles. There's lots of patterns for them on the internet. This one's bigger than this one because I have a really big pan, then I have a smaller pan for like when we're doing eggs and such. And then I made this for the really big pan because it takes me 2 hands. It's heavy. So yeah, just some dishcloth cotton. I held 2 together and made my little pattern as I went. And I had shared on the website that I share my crafties with, and they suggested that I make a tutorial. So there will be a tutorial on that also, mostly for those girls. So if you're interested, of course, feel free to watch or share or whatnot, but it's been requested, and who am I to keep the handle holders of cast iron skillets to myself? Oh, you guys were right. Finger and weight yarn on crochet is just hard. It's like a lot. My Klaziena shawl is work. I mean, such a beautiful pattern. I cannot wait to have it finished. And look at her. Oh, isn't she pretty? But I am about done. This is my last repeat. I don't know, I could probably go for 2 more repeats. I'm about a quarter of the way into my last repeat because I've decided yarn wise I could probably do another one after that. Just don't know if I want to. These rows are getting long. I'm thinking I'm just gonna take, I'm going back and forth. Up until now I've been going back and forth between my skeins of yarn or my cakes of yarn. Right now this is the one that's connected. I'm thinking I'm just gonna ride that through to the cobalt blue, maybe right about there, transfer to black, and just take the black from this one. So a little blue and then a lot of black, because that's what I've been excited about, as much black as I can possibly get on the edge of the shawl. Yeah, we're gonna take the fast road to the black area. It's on a D hook. It's a free pattern online, Klaziena, and I will show as soon as I finish. I'm so excited. I hope I can make myself block it before I share it with you guys, because it's really opening up nicely all by itself. I could totally see me rationalizing and not blocking it. So pretty. And the Bohemian Rhapsody from Yarn Bee was $9.99 to begin with for 1,000 yards each. I had to get 2 of them, but I got them both with my sale coupon. So, because I bought them separately. So I bought them for $6 each, which is fabulous for that much yarn. It's just, I was rationalizing like crazy, trying to say, no, it's not that much, but it is. It's a lot of work. And I have been church knitting on that since October. That's a lot. Did I say that's a lot? I meant to. What's next? Valentine's Day is coming. I should say I'm having Earl Grey Creme from Teavana. I love this stuff. I get it over at Walmart. It's in one of the plastic cups. Oh my gosh, it's such a treat. So excited. But moving on, getting places. I'm making a sweater. I'm just winging it. This is the one I'm working on. Here it is. I'm using a Caron cake in cherry chip. That's why it has the brown right there. It's that little chocolatey chip right there. And it's just plain old Caron cake. I bought it a couple months ago in hopes of making a Valentine's Day sweater. And that's what I'm doing. Using a K-hook. I'm pretty sure, yeah, the hats used a K-hook. The scarfy scarf used a K-hook. This is using a K-hook. I'm just a K-hook kind of a gal. This is my front. So I started from the bottom, worked my way up through that cherry chip. I decreased over here. I did a little mark where I decreased. Then I stopped decreasing at the armpit when I split for the V-neck. The V-neck will be as deep as this sweater. I measured that out. So I'm all excited. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the sleeves, but it should be done probably tonight, as long as I decide what to do for the sleeves. I've gotten through about 3/4 of the second side. This one's just going straight up. I split for decrease right here. So I'm gonna start decreasing up right here. And I'm not looking for anything fancy, just something bright and fun and just playful for Valentine's Day. So I will be putting some Valentine's Day motifs on the front of it. I'm really, really excited just to have it done, and with how fast it's coming along. I have a whole nother cake of it, but this is probably gonna be in a giveaway because I still have, I'd say, more than enough for motifs and finishing. This is how much was left after I finished that first side. And I have this much left for the second side. So that's plenty for motifs, don't you think? Just like a heart pocket, something like that. But yeah, so that's been a lot of fun just over the last day. What else do we have? I'm pretty sure that is it from me for what I've been working on. That's my makes. That's what is in progress today. And now let's talk about 2020 or January, February. If I don't have the projects we talk about right now done by the end of February, what was I doing? I mean, where have I been? So let's get to it, shall we? I need to make, I wrote it down. I want to do the hexagon sweater from Make and Do Crew. I've been collecting the Lion brand Velux for a minute. I'm up to 5 cakes in mustard yellow, and I bought 2 more to bring it up to 5 the other day. And when I get the last 2, I will cast on, or whatever you chain on. I'll start my project. It's crochet. It's really pretty. I just think it's going to be nice for spring. I don't tend to wear mustard yellow, so I'm really excited to venture out in that direction. And then this is, by the way, my 9. This is my Make 9 in 2020, which I probably should have been a different number because 2020, but 9 fits a grid better. Now my next one, I would really, really like a very bright, over-the-top, colorful, large stitch granny shawl. Just like a scrappy shawl. Then I will be making another Sunday shawl from Aaliyah brand, which this will be my 4th one. I need one in pastel pink. I've been buying a lot of dresses that have some pink in them, which is not pink dresses, just dresses with some pink in them, enough to where it would justify having a pastel pink shawl. That being said, I'm going to need a pastel pink shawl. So I'm going to do the Sunday shawl, then I'll get to the bottom and see if I want to keep it all pink or if I want to venture out to some other shades of neutrals at the bottom of the shawl. I'll keep you posted. I need a drapey poncho in purple and black. I don't have a pattern suggested. If you know of any drapey ponchos, let me know. Not like the worsted weight kind. Like I want it to be rectangular and very drapey. So keep me posted if you see anything. I'd like to do some striping with color, or maybe some gray and white in it, mostly purple and black. I need to finish a Polle Vie shawl. I need to finish one because they're amazing. I want to knit a campfire shawl out of this ultra alpaca that I got while I was on the yarn crawl last year. I think it's really, really pretty, and I think that just a nice triangular shawl will suit it really well. So I think this would suit that pattern beautifully. I have 3 cakes of that. And then I'm making a Sierra pullover. Rumor has it, well, rumor being Lion Brand's website told me on Instagram, that succulent is the color of the year. Isn't it pretty? And then they have this Sierra pullover. It's knitted, but that's some big, super bulky yarn. Am I right? It's beefy. So I went onto their website and I put all the yarn in a basket, and then I didn't pull the trigger because I wasn't sure if I was gonna really love the colors in person. And then yesterday, I went over to Michael's and I was after, where is she? Like I mentioned, I've been off grid as far as scheduling myself for the last 3 weeks. So I'm going back full force. Not only do I have my Bujo, I'm going Happy Planner and Bujo. So Happy Planner, went to get it, was in Michael's, and they had a ton of the Woolies Thick and Quick. And it was on sale for $6. And I had a coupon for 20% off my entire order on sale items also. So I went ahead and it cost, even though there was a really good sale on Lion Brand's website, for less than I would have gotten for the yarn for the pullover. I got all the yarn for the pullover at Michael's and the planner for less money. So free planner, right? And I got to see the colors and realized I would not have enjoyed them. I was gonna do the mustard yellow, and I was not gonna wear the mustard yellow. I'm going to be having the mustard yellow sweater already. So I went with purple. Isn't that pretty? So most of the sweater will be this succulent instead of mustard. And then I'll be accessorizing it with, what do they call this? Oh my gosh, so pretty. Lollipop, petrol, and fisherman. Isn't she pretty? It's knitted up on 13s. I'll need a couple more 13s. I have the biggest circular needle on 13s, but I do not have the smaller 13s. So I will need those. Off to the yarn store with me. I love it. All about the Sierra pullover right now. This year I will also need to make a mochila, which is a tightly crocheted bag, and I really need one. I wanted one of those for a few years. Another thing I wanted for a few years, like 7, is Moon Kusas by Tiny Owl Knits. They're so cute. Oh my gosh. I hope my dog doesn't eat them. But I bought this yarn at Tuesday morning years ago, and it has sat in my stash. I've never wanted to part with it because I want these Moon Kusas. I bought this yarn for the Moon Kusas. Does anybody remember Full of Sheep? Anybody? It's been a few. In case you're not familiar, it is size 4 medium weight yarn, 100% Peruvian wool. It's untwisted. It's kind of a roving quality. I have 6 of these because I will need 6 of these. Here's one that opened. Isn't it pretty? It wants to be slippers. Super, super, super excited. So that has to happen. Or I need to get rid of that wool. I need to threaten myself. And then last but not least, my husband. I have 3 Caron 1 pounds. 3 of these to make my husband a sweater. I mean, I need to make him a sweater, crocheted out of this yarn. I got 3 because it took me a really long time to find the second 2. And I was worried that if I don't hurry, I won't be able to get the yarn anymore. It's the only reason I have 3. I'll probably have to get rid of one of them. I can't see me needing 3, but just in case. And this color, in case you're curious, is denim. I know. It's a really bland color. He's a very neutrals kind of a guy. And yep, that's a lot of neutral colored acrylic. What are you gonna do? He's worth it. And that, my friends, is my yarn existence at the moment. That's where I'm at. I'm making my Klaziena. I'm making my tutorials. I'm making my Valentine's Day shawl. I'm just pushing it along. And from here on out, I'll be sharing as I start and stop and shop for a project. Thank you. That's the puppy. Her and I bid you adieu. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you so much for stopping in, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.